All right, hi everybody. This is Jason from Juniata College. He's going to tell you a little bit about the school.
Thanks very much, Julia. And everybody, hello. A little bit about myself. My name is Jason Moran. I'm Vice President for Enrollment here at Juniata College. Along with my responsibilities of overseeing recruitment, enrollment, and financial aid, I also recruit. And my recruiting region is the greater Huntington County area. So I work with the schools from Huntington, Southern Huntington, Mount Union, and Juniata Valley. And any student that inquires, applies, is offered admission, I'm there to serve those students. And hopefully those of you watching, if you find Juniata and the information I'm about to share interesting, I'll have my contact information at the end of the presentation, so that way you can contact me. My cell phone will be given, and I welcome cell or text. I have my phone on me, not just during the day, but nights and weekends as well. Honestly, I know many of these conversations about college planning, college decision making, sometimes takes place in the evenings with family members or over the weekend. So I'm here to serve the applicants of Huntington County. So with that said, I'm going to go through a presentation slide deck just to familiarize or set you up to familiarize yourself further with Juniata College. And again, hopefully, if interested, you also want to maybe come and visit. I'm really happy to say that Juniata College is open. We welcomed our students back to campus on August 17th, and we're offering our courses right now, both on campus, face-to-face in the classroom, but also online. And about 95% of our student population made their way back to campus, have been on campus, and we're soon approaching mid-semester. So our students, along with our faculty and staff, have just been doing a great job as it comes to adhering to health and safety protocols. Everybody doing their part to keep each other safe. And thanks to all those efforts, again, I'm really proud to say that we're on campus and students are attending classes. And I know that's not the case at many colleges and universities across America right now, where many of them had to go online. So the fact that we're open for visits, and I would be more than happy to host you here and have you come and visit, tour the campus, meet with me. And but we also have a number of virtual offerings as well if you want to meet with a professor and learn a little bit more about your academic interest. So with that, I'm going to share my screen and just walk you through a presentation slide deck that I have prepared for all of you. And then at the end, Julia will be able to ask some questions on your behalf. And again, you'll have my contact information. So if you want to communicate with me, you'll have my cell phone. So with that, a little bit of an introduction to Juniata College. You know, I know all of you have a lived experience in the Huntington County area, but when we actually surveyed our students and asked them, you know, please describe to you the Huntington County area, but specifically Juniata's campus, the answers we got back and what we compiled came to an outcome of students believing that we're a quiet and powerful place. And I believe that's true. And there's an overview of the Juniata College's campus here in Huntington, an area you are all very familiar with. And with that, the town of Huntington, where we have a few snapshots of students engaging, either grabbing a cup of coffee down at Standing Stone Coffee, grabbing some lunch or dinner at Boxers if they choose to get off campus. And again, just taking advantage of some of the eateries and even the shops locally that present opportunities for students to again go and enjoy, but also find job opportunities with as well if they're looking to earn some dollars while they're pursuing their Juniata education. You know, some quick facts. We are what I'd say people call a smaller college. We have 1,400 students. That's our enrollment. That's our choice because it is our choice to deliver a small, individualized, personalized educational experience. We're proud to be able to say that we are in the top 100 national liberal arts colleges in U.S. News and World Report. And I'm not saying this to just brag about us, a placement in a ranking. Really what I'm proud of is the story that the ranking represents. There's over 3,400 colleges and universities in the United States alone. And of those schools, of the national liberal arts schools, we're actually number 84, and Juniata has been making great strides, crossing into the top 100 prestigious list about 4 years ago, and this year making its way to 84. And again, what that stat represents is just Juniata's work, commitment, and dedication to supporting the academic and student experience. Academically, investing in our programs to ensure that not just the classroom instruction, but the student experiences that prepare our students to graduate and do great things in the world after they graduate. Investments in supporting our students to retain successfully from first year to second year, and then second year to junior year to senior year, and beyond. Our alumni giving, students who graduate and then choose to desire to give back to the college. So then that way those dollars are put forth to supporting students during their 4-year experience. All of that is factored into all that ranking, along with the student to faculty ratio, which is, as you can see, 13-1. And again, it just represents the quality of our education, not just a number, but the story that it represents and all the areas that we are scored from year to year. So yeah, it's the story that we're proud of, and it just really represents a high quality education that you're going to get from Juniata College. Part of that ranking is also the next point down below, financial aid. We continue to make ourselves more and more affordable, so that way students can access a Juniata education. And as you can see, 98% of our students receiving some form of merit or financial aid assistance to make Juniata possible. And not just deep focus on the academic portion of your educational experience, but we also want students to have a well-rounded social experience. And co-curricularly speaking, 100+ organizations and clubs that students can pursue, and I'll show you a little bit later on some of the offerings that students will pursue. And there at the bottom, I mean, our graduation rate is very competitive, and a great rate that allows us to be able to ensure that we're graduating our students within a 4-year time frame appropriately. But we do have some that will stay at Juniata to pursue a graduate degree. And we have 5 graduate programs, from an MBA in business to a Master's of Accounting, organizational leadership, data science, and bioinformatics. And more graduate offerings are going to be making its way to Juniata in the years to come. And so with that, there will be some students that choose to take advantage of 5 years to get both a bachelor's and a master's degree. Every college you'll speak with will want to highlight what makes it distinct and what makes it different. And I'd say for us, the opportunity for students to design their own education really is the hallmark of the educational experience at Juniata. Yes, we have degree programs, but the journey you take in crafting that degree is with you, is you're in the driver's seat with, but you're not alone. You're guided by advisors, and unlike many other colleges and universities where you may have one academic advisor, you're going to have the opportunity to benefit from two advisors who are going to create, if you will, a lane that will allow you to walk in or swim in or run in. And when I mean a lane, meaning the lane of creativity, the lane of you being able to take your academic interest, or if you don't have an academic interest and you're thinking about trying to explore multiple options, you can do that. We have a program called Exploratory that students come to Juniata, they explore multiple offerings, and still graduate in 4 years. But whatever program you're in, we know that students come with multiple interests. You might be interested in the natural sciences, but you love the idea of studying modern language and maybe studying abroad in a country that you're most interested in. Students that want to pursue computer science but love the arts and humanities. They're a musician, they're in theater. And so with that, we create the space with 2 advisors to allow you to take courses in multiple fields and craft your own education, or what we call program of emphasis. And you're not going to hear a program of emphasis at any other college or university. At other colleges and universities, you'll pursue a major that consists of a degree program that has already been laid out for you. and doesn't maybe create a lot of flexibility in decision making. At Juniata College, our thoughts are this is your education. You should have a say in this. You should be a part of the decision making of the degree that you are going to have and pursue and graduate with, and will again have for the rest of your life. So you're at the table working with two advisors to develop that degree program. And that's not going to just involve freedom of choice in courses, but also in research opportunities, study abroad, study away, internships, field studies, service learning, and so much more. I apologize for the busy slide that you're seeing here and the next couple slides, but I just want to be able to highlight all the multiple degree programs that you have. And so again, to kind of further explain the POE, you know, a student will come to Juniata College and they're either going to be exploratory, saying, I'm not sure what degree program I want to pursue. Give me some space and I will work with my advisors on finding courses to eventually find my degree program, and that's fine. Then we'll have other students that will say, I want to pursue either chemistry or biochemistry or education or communication, or maybe information technology or history or psychology. And as those students come, we will then take those interests. And again, what the POE is going to do is you're going to work with two advisors that are going to help you blend your strongest interests, all your talents, into a cohesive course of study. That's just going to satisfy your curiosities, deepen your knowledge, and just really build excitement into your degree program that you will eventually graduate with a degree after your 4-year journey at Juniata. And with that, we fuse together hands-on learning. And hands-on learning, I would say, under that umbrella, you have 3 components. You have internship, abroad experiences, and research. 80% of our students will pursue an internship, some sort of practical experience that's going to allow them to link their theory that they gain in the classroom and their knowledge to some real-world experience. So, for example, in the top left corner, if you're thinking environmental science and environmental studies, you are going to be spending a lot of your time at our Raystown Lake field station, located right on Raystown Lake. And all of our students that are thinking environmental will be doing a lot of hands-on experience and research at that field station. Again, students that are looking to pursue other programs. Let's say it's museum studies, okay? If you look at the right corner, or top right section of this slide, that is where you're gonna see our students engaging in some museum curating that aligns with, again, their outcome that they are looking to pursue. Research is a huge component. And as I said, 80% of our students will do an internship. And why is it not 100%? Because the other 20% might be pursuing a co-op research study opportunity with a faculty member. And as you can see in the bottom left corner, there's one of our students that is presenting and defending their research that they did in their degree program, which is a requirement for many of our programs before you graduate from Juniata. And then, like I said, abroad experiences. And as you'll find, if you come and visit Juniata and learn more about us, about 53% of our students will pursue not just one, but actually 2 abroad experiences before they graduate, either doing a full semester or a full year in a foreign nation, or if that's not doable, maybe a short-term study away opportunity during the summer months. But we've had students go from Costa Rica to China to Japan to England to France to Austria to Australia. I mean, many countries around the globe that our students have had the opportunity to go and spend some time at during their 4-year experience. And so how you piece it all together, I have an example of 2 students I'm going to show you on how they made the POE come to life. And again, program of emphasis, language you are not going to hear at any college or university. But again, as I explained the POE, it takes your passion, your interest, your academic degree program, and fuses it all together. And so here we are, we have Lillian, who graduated last year. She came, she was one of our international students, and she came very much inspired by her past lived experience on what her course of study was going to be. And her past lived experience was that when she was of the age of 2, she with her family they fled Rwanda at a time of what became known as the Rwanda genocide, an absolutely horrific and tragic experience. But that is what inspired her to pursue what she's doing right now, post-grad, as a post-grad Juniata student. And again, as you can see, she has her belief, her lived experience, and it's what led her to want to come and pursue peace and conflict studies at Juniata College. But she did not want that minus her love for history, both global and also US. And so she pursued course of study that fused those two individual degree programs together. And with that, she worked with her two advisors to find the appropriate course sequence to allow her to graduate in 4 years. And what is she doing right now? She is living out the life that she wanted to live. She's living to her belief. She's taken her degree program, and she is back in Rwanda, living as a diplomat, a peacemaker, and a speechmaker. And again, just applying her self-design education to the country that she fled back when she was 2 years old. And then Howard Nathan. He came with an interest in sociology, but specifically wanted to link it to the study of medicine. So sociology, and he combined actually with a pre-health offering that Juniata College offers to just expose him to the area of medicine. And what he did is he took his interest, his passion, and really trying to understand and study the human experience, human interaction, and entered into a research specialist role after he graduated. And then it led to him becoming what is now the president and CEO for Gift of Life, which is a transplant donor program. And again, just really fusing his love and his interest and his passion for the field of sociology with his interest in medicine. And again, that's what it's about. It's trying to fuse your interests, your passions, your loves, your academic field of interest together into something that you love. And it's true what they say. If you are doing what you love for the rest of your life, you're not actually working. And that's what we aim to try to set our students up to do, is to graduate and live their best life doing exactly what they love. And so if you were to ask, what is Juniata life like? And if you were to come on our campus, you will find that it's a strong and supportive community. Students will receive support from mentorship. And in fact, we saw that play out when we had to, back in the spring, go remote because of COVID-19. Our support virtually was just incredible. I mean, we had virtual counseling available for students who needed it. Even our food service that set recipes of our dining hall meals to students and parents, so that way students could have a Juniata dining experience in their very own home. So that way, again, they were able to still live out their Juniata experience by having the opportunity to make their own favorite dining offerings in their very own kitchens of their own homes. Strong supportive community through our two advisor system. Again, fundamental to the program of emphasis that we offer as an academic model here at Juniata College. And then also, you're going to find that you're going to be invited into the homes of your professors that are teaching you in the classroom. You'll get handwritten notes from faculty, from the president, actually, just cheering you on when you've made passed a big milestone or did something really phenomenal on stage or in a music performance or on the athletic field for that matter. And part of that community is also a lot of the fun that we have at Juniata College. And these are just some photos of some of our traditions that are just so important and fundamental to the Juniata experience. Starting in the top left, just a quick photo of some of our students at Raystown Lake during what we call Mountain Day. And Mountain Day, you will never know when it's going to fall, but it will fall at some point during the month of September. What will happen is at around 5:30 on any given morning during the week, you're going to get a text, you're going to get a phone call, you're going to have current students and student leaders going through the residence halls, banging pots and screaming out, "It's Mountain Day." And we get our students woken up and we let them know that classes have been canceled, and then all of our students, faculty, and staff will make their way to Raystown Lake and have a great day out on the lake. Barbecue picnic, fun games out on the lake, the traditional faculty, staff, and student tug of war. So again, just a wonderful just lake day experience for our students. Now, I will note that this picture, all these pictures were taken prior to COVID-19, hence why you're not seeing masks. The Mountain Day that we have historically done in the past, we were not able to do this year, but we did have a socially distant on-campus Mountain Day tradition this year. And our faculty, staff, and students actually absolutely loved it. And we worked in a lot of different experiences from hikes to a 5K run to games out on our quad that were limited to 25 students per hour, but students made their way through to a picnic, lunch, and gathering that took place all across the grounds of Juniata's campus, again, in a socially distant manner. Another tradition, far top right, storming of the arch. Again, another picture that was taken prior to COVID-19, but a tradition that we've had to recreate and redo in order to make it socially distant. But a tradition that we have is that one of our buildings has a beautiful archway cutting through the center of it. And historically, our rugby team will defend that arch, and all new first-year students and employees and faculty will gather and storm that arch, and anybody that makes their way through the arch is then invited to join the rugby team the next year to defend the arch. Again, just one of our traditions. And then another one of our traditions, this was taken about a year ago, this upcoming December, is Madrigals. And Madrigals is an end of the semester formal dinner where students will gather and faculty and staff will serve students a formal, beautiful plated candlelight dinner. And it's a welcome, just a wonderful way to complete the fall semester and just celebrate completing finals and just send right before we send our students home for the holiday break. So again, just a wonderful tradition, singing, dining, and just enjoying the company of one another. And then over on our bottom right there is Lobster Fest, hence why we've got that balloon lobster hanging out there. But Lobster Fest is actually a lobster and steak dinner that takes place out on our quad. We fly in about 750 pounds of lobster, but it's a wonderful dinner that takes place outside. And at that time, we have all of our clubs and organizations represented, so that way first-year students can begin connecting with other students, upperclassmen, and sign up for clubs and organizations that fit their interest. And speaking of clubs and organizations, they kind of fit into these themes, starting from advocacy to arts, outdoor recreation, science, club sports, communications, service, spiritual, cultural, entertainment and gaming, and then student government. And this actually doesn't list all of them, but again, it just represents the co-curricular opportunities that exist for our students. And with your POE and academic interests combined with your club interests, it just allows all of our students to have a well-rounded academic and social experience during their 4 years at Juniata. And then athletics, we are in NCAA Division III. 23 varsity sports. Our more recent offerings are men's lacrosse and women's lacrosse. We've won 8 national championships among all of our programs. We've about 2 years ago had 135 All-Americans, and roughly about 30% of our students are in the our athletes at Juniata College. And so as we kind of wrap up the presentation, you know, how do you apply for admission? And this is where Julia will be able to navigate you, but so will I as well. Students can find us on the Common Application or the Coalition app. As you make your way to those sites and you choose Juniata to apply for, we've got a very standard application. Typically, the application you're completing for other colleges, universities will also adhere to what we are requiring for students to complete. And with that, our decision deadlines are thus, you know, early decision for students who right now know, I absolutely want to go to Juniata College. If I'm admitted, I'm going. We will honor that. And so students that apply early decision by November 15th, you'll hear back by early December, along with your financial aid package. Students will commit, and then they've got the rest of their senior year to enjoy and finish out. Other students may not yet know exactly where they want to go, and that's fine. We invite them to take the rest of their senior year to continue their search, their fact finding, and you know, perform their due diligence. So that way they're making a decision that they know is going to be best for them before they graduate from high school. And that is where we have these early action rounds. And this is, if you want to hear around before the holiday or just after the holiday, but in the winter months, apply early action, but you're not committing to Juniata. You actually will have until May 1st to submit your confirmation to Juniata, or if you're going to head somewhere else, you just let us know. But again, our hope is Juniata is where you're going to land. And then regular decision, which is due by March 15th, and we will then quickly turn around an admission decision and work to get you your financial aid. And with that, other forms available, like applying for financial aid. Right here is the FAFSA. That stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. Actually, it's available October 1st. Start working on that FAFSA, and typically that is a form. It's one form you'll fill out, and that you will then put all the schools that you're thinking about applying to. You'll put them on that form, and the way you'll do that is put in a school code, and our school code is right here listed for you, so you can just put that code under your FAFSA. And any other college that you're looking at, you'll do one submission, and then once we get that information, we'll put a financial aid package together for you. And you know, as you'll see in the right bottom section is our costs. Don't let that $62,000 price tag concern you, because as you saw earlier in the fact slide, we have a high percentage, you know, north of 96% of our students receiving some form of financial aid. And our scholarship grant range is quite wide, as you can see, anywhere from $18,000 all the way up to $49,000, which nears full tuition, depending on what your eligibility is, of course. And if you'd like to talk a little bit further about what your financial aid would be for you, what scholarship you specifically would get, you're welcome to contact me, and I'm happy to talk with you about that. Some final notes here. Again, I mentioned our FAFSA code. There's no fee to apply for admission. We are test optional. So if you haven't had the opportunity to take any exams, SAT or ACT, because of COVID-19, or standardized tests just isn't what best represents you academically, no need to send us your tests. That's totally fine. But we'll require, along with your application, a high school transcript, one letter of recommendation, and an essay. And again, when you're in the actual Common App site or the coalition, our deadlines and all the requirements are listed for you. And right there, my final contact information, or my final slide, excuse me, with my contact information, my email, but again, also my cell phone. Please text me, call me, nights, weekends, if you're having conversations with your family about your planning for college or any decision making. I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. And like I said, if you want to kind of talk through about your financial aid package, feel free to shoot me an email or a call, and I can talk with you about it. I think the main thing, again, is while you saw a sticker price of $60,000, we've also really done a great job of making Juniata affordable. And again, once you start to see the power of our scholarships and also our grants go to work for you, it's amazing how you start to see that price drop for you. So with that said, I'm going to stop my share right here. I'm going to actually turn my screen back on, and Julia, any questions you have representing your students, I welcome you to ask, and I'm happy to answer.
Yeah, there's just the one that I don't think you covered. What services are available for students struggling academically or emotionally or socially or anything like that?
Absolutely. No, thank you for bringing that up. Something I forgot to mention when I was talking about our strong and supportive community, but to kind of come back to that. Yeah, we have students starting off with struggling emotionally, mentally. We have what's called the Glacier Counseling Center. And with that, we have from peer counselors to professional counselors and even remote counselors. It's a fully staffed office, walk-in by appointment or by walk-in. So if students that at any given time need to speak with somebody because they're working through some struggles, some barriers, mental health related, emotional, something tragic has taken place back at home, we're here to support. So the Glacier Counseling Center is just incredible. And again, beyond, like I said, our professional counselors that we have on staff, we have peer counselors as well. So we do have student-to-student, peer-to-peer counseling that can be delivered, because for some students, they would just rather talk to a student on a student-by-student level. So absolutely, the counseling center has actually been absolutely incredible in supporting our students during this really unprecedented time of living life through a pandemic. And I gotta say, actually, I think that has been a huge component of why we successfully still have our students here on our campus. And as we're heading mid-semester, instead of students that faced, again, pandemic-related barriers and said, I can't handle this, I'm heading home, they're not. They're here. They're working through it. And just great work and support that is coming from that center on a daily basis. We also have a health center as well. So students who may be seeking medical treatment or attention that they need, they have a health services center. But then anything beyond what the health services center can provide, we have Penn Highlands right up the street, affiliated with UPMC. It's within walking distance, but if you do need transportation, our public safety can get you transported right on up the mountain to the hospital if needed. Other support services include we have a student support center for academic support services, peer tutoring, mentoring. A student that maybe needs to make arrangements because any exam for any course that may need to not be timed, we can make those arrangements through that office. Beyond just any type of outside enrichment to support, again, any needed, skills development in any given course, that's all through our support center, our academic student support center. And then with that, career services as well. And we really begin working with our students when we think about life after graduation as early as first year, actually, because 4 years goes by really quick. And so really working to get our students established with the appropriate skills and abilities on interview prep, resume writing, cover letter writing, how to link your academic area of interest with potential job prospects and opportunities. A student may have an academic interest and they think they know what they want to do, but we will open them up to a world of job opportunities that they don't even know exist and career options that they don't even know. It's a support service and center as well for a student that comes in thinking, I'm going to pursue this degree, and then after first year, life changes. We have a fair amount of students that will change their mind on their academic interests, and we work with you, we jump with you, we support you, and still will graduate you in 4 years. And then also, from a career prep standpoint, linking you to our alumni network and alumni that will connect with you because they have a lived experience. They went through what you went through, students. They went through the transition of a first-year student, returning as a sophomore, junior, senior, thinking about life after graduation, thinking about their career prep. They went through it, so they will network with you. They will kind of talk with you about how they overcame transitions and maybe even some roadblocks. And again, they overcame, they persevered, and they're just living the career of their dream. But we will try to do that with not just a random alumni of Juniata College, but somebody that has your similar academic interests and maybe even in the career field that you're interested in. Many of those networks have led to internships. So the benefit of us is that we've got the rail line that connects us from Pittsburgh to Harrisburg to Philly to New York to DC and Baltimore. And some of our alums in the Mid-Atlantic region, because of that connection, we'll just offer an internship, and maybe over the summer, instead of having just a summer job, you're working with one of our alums for an actual purposeful internship that is an experience that links to your degree. So wonderful support services that we have there.
Awesome. Thank you so much for answering that.
Absolutely.
That's all the questions I have for you. Do you want to throw your contact information up on the screen again?
Absolutely. I will share the screen again. Not a problem at all. And there you go. Like I said, email or text. One thing I would do, Julie, if you don't mind, as you're sharing with students, maybe you can also promote our Juniata College visit page, because on that visit page has all of our daily information sessions. In fact, right now, right prior to this call, actually, I was interviewing a student. And when I say interview, got to know them, got to talk a little bit about their academic interests, and then they took a campus tour. So we do have daily visits, up to 6 per day right now. And then we have a number of virtual events. We have department days, days that are featuring specific academic departments and the chance for students to connect with faculty. We have also other virtual offerings that include being able to attend a virtual or attend a class virtually. And then we'd have student guided virtual tours as well, and students that will connect and kind of guide you through our virtual tour in a live setting. So maybe just navigate them to our visit page so they can, beyond this, take advantage of some of our other offerings. So that would be a huge help.
Will do. Thank you so much.
All righty. Other than that, anybody viewing, I know this is such an unprecedented time. Hang in there. I know if you're a senior or a junior or a sophomore or even a freshman that's starting their college search, I know you're not starting your school year off the way in which you had hoped, most likely. But I know there will be an outcome. We will find our way on the other side of this pandemic. So hang in there. And I know this is a lot of ways in which we're living life are so new, so different, so odd. I'm still getting used to being on campus and talking with students wearing my Juniata mask. But hang in there. You're doing great. And again, you're looking at my contact information. However I can help you, feel free. No question's a silly question as it relates to your college search, because this is work that you are doing that I can tell you the choice in which the choice in making a decision on what college to attend, quite frankly, is probably one of the most important decisions you're ever going to make in your life. And I can say this: the decision I made on what college to attend is what led me to find the career I'm living right now. It also led me to my wife, who I birthed two beautiful young children with, and so my life as I know it, career, marriage, family, is all a result. It all links back to the smart decision I made on what college to attend. So I'm here to help you with that. So with that, Julia, thanks for giving me time.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Take care.